Welcome back to Big Mouth. It's really late at night and I am watching this film right in its entirety. And the next thing I do is gonna watch this epilogue, wow, which is obviously an add-on to what was already there. So basically, I just saw the climax, really. It's the end fight and it's so much better than what Whedon gave us. So much better. It's so much more heroic. Every character plays his part, her part. Wonder Woman is amazing. The Flash and Cyborg really teaming up to do what they do as well. Batman was awesome. What they did with the climax, the way Steppenwolf was, spoiler, defeated, obviously, you know that. It was so much better. And kind of one of the kind of endearing factors about this whole thing is that this isn't the end of the story because there was supposed to be a Justice League 2 and a Justice League 3. So they kind of leave you with something there, knowing there's more to come from Darkseid as well and Apocalypse. It's look, so exciting. Surely we've got to get the next two chapters. It will be absolutely outrageous. But yeah, that climax battle was so much more like it. It really worked. Shall I tell you what I liked? These people work well as a team. There is a moment. Aquaman says something again. I don't want to spoil it. He says something to Barry about Cyborg, and I found it. Yeah, wow, that's so good. And they've only just got together, so they haven't come together as a total team that kind of totally love each other, but they're getting to know each other. So it's not being rushed here. I think the over kind of again endearing accomplishment from Snyder and Terrio and Will Bill, by the way, let's not forget Will Bill, is for me that I remember when Man of Steel happened and Batman versus Superman happened, and people were saying, why are they doing Justice League without doing kind of origin movies for these characters? And people said it was too soon for Superman to die, too soon for a Justice League movie without proper introductions to these characters. And what Snyder was able to do in his Justice League movie was introduce these characters, not overflood us with their origin story. We don't get overflooded with Barry Allen's origin story. Obviously, always the plan, even for Zack, whoever he got to do that, to give a proper origin for the Flash. Aquaman was going to get his proper origin, whether James did it or someone else was going to do it. I think James Wan was always going to do it. I'm not sure how James Wan got that gig anyway, but I like his Aquaman, by the way. Would have been a lot different, no, if Zack was in charge. That's for sure, from what we saw with Voko and Mira. Is it Mira? Is it? I can't forget. It is Mira, isn't it? Oh, bloody, forget it. Amber Heard. We know her as Amber Heard, right? It's late at night. I'm forgetting names, but yeah, a bit different. So the film would have been a little bit different, but yeah, a really good chapter 6 for me. It works so well, and a lot of people are saying, well, Superman's time in this film is limited. It's about the same as it was in the theatrical cut, by the way. So there's no extra in there. But as I said in one of my earlier reactions, it's not about the amount of time you see Superman in this movie. It's what he does, and some of the stuff is kind of similar. But I think a lot of the stuff in the final bit, the final battle climax with Superman is very, very similar. But it's all in a different context. I don't think what you should do is compare the kind of return of Superman after his death in the comics, in the original death of Superman and Superman Lives. You can't compare it. Clearly, the way Superman, that story, the death of Superman in the graphic novels is far superior from what we see in Justice League. And I hope that doesn't upset anyone because it's not meant to be a negative thing. I think that's the ultimate way to bring him back. Think about it, right? How epic that would be. He dies. There's these different versions of him. We've seen like this Superman Lives and the death of Superman all like in two parts in animated form, and it really works. That's the ultimate story. But Snyder was doing his own thing, and the way he did it really does work. It works for what he wanted to do. But this was just the beginning. Don't forget about that. This was only the beginning of the story, and a lot of that is supposed to be focused in kind of the nightmare future, which we're going to see in this epilogue as well. I'm really, really excited to check that out and react to it with you. But yeah, basically, if we're looking at this film before the epilogue, yes, it's a very good film. Look, it's a lot more inspirational than I think anyone gave it credit for. Now, whether this was Zack's original plan, I don't, was this the crazy idea, or was the crazy idea in Justice League 2 and Justice League 3? I think so. Look, Justice League is an interesting animal because Zack had a vision. The studio, Jeff Johns, thought it was a crazy kind of way to go about it. And I don't know if this is his ultimate Justice League, the way he wanted to do it. I think he claims it is, so that's pretty cool. But it is really an inspirational film. Look, what Zack Snyder does in this film, in his version of this film, is something that people said he would never do. People just kind of looked at Batman versus Superman, the middle movie in this trilogy so far, and too dark, blah blah blah. It was never too dark. It was the right way for him to go with his vision. So absolutely fantastic. It's an absolute success story. I'm off to watch that epilogue now, and I'll react to it a little bit later on. Comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. I can't wait to find out what this epilogue is all about.